Welcome to O'Brien Ice House. It is preliminary final evening here in Prem A to start off with tonight. And we've got Senior B coming up next, but it is Prem A, as I mentioned, and it is the Bison taking on the Blackhawks. The winner of this game plays the next Friday in the grand final against the dominant Jets, who went through the whole season so far undefeated, but they've still got one game to play and they're still waiting for their opponent. The Bison, well, as we mentioned a couple of weeks ago in their semi-final, they're kind of playing on house money. They benefited from a admin error from the Monarchs that saw them sort of knocked out of the finals, and the Bison come in and they managed to defeat the Demons, whereas the Blackhawks did lose to the Jets, with the semi-final, which saw them go through to the Jets go through to the grand final. The results from the previous games, it was 3-2, the Bison over the Demons, with great goal scoring in the final 90 seconds, and it was a 3-1 loss, or a 1-3 loss to the Blackhawks against the Jets. My name's Michael Clough, and I'm joined in coverage today by Figures. Welcome, Figures.
Thanks, Cloughy. It's fantastic to be here. Another elimination final. Prem A ice hockey is back. It is good to see it, and I'm excited for this game. Overall points leaders for both teams. We've got Ray Khalil combined playoffs and regular season of 20 points. Matheson Graham 17 and Chris Drake on 11 points. For the Blackhawks, we've got Josh Velez on 31 points through 14 games. 24 points for Paul Lazzarotto, who I've already seen has some fans in the crowd wearing his jersey. And Justin Dixon on 12 points. So they're the players to keep an eye out for tonight.
And that's the top line for the Blackhawks, and that's going to be a very important line tonight for the Blackhawks. They have to perform. I personally think the Bison go a little bit deeper in terms of the top two lines are probably better. But that said, that top line for the Bison, the Black has been particularly good. So we're underway here at O'Brien Ice House.
The puck was dropped so quickly that I don't think anybody realised. So hence the music, but.
Shot comes in and a save by Damian Holland. It was a good save too on that early chance. His stats for the season so far, 6 wins, 4 losses, 5 ties, save percentage .918 and a goal against average of 2.52.
He has been very good, and no surprises that he's starting in net tonight.
So from the face-off, it's won by the Blackhawks, and it's McCoy looking to clear the zone, and does. And that will be an icing call, as Michael James in net did not move and did not need to move either. He was a picture of Zen there. Now, Michael James' stats so far for this season, from 13 games played, 4 wins, 7 losses, 2 ties. Goals against average of 3.35, a save percentage of .882. So from the face-off, defensive zone face-off to the Blackhawks, it was won by the Blackhawks. McCoy got it out wide, out towards Nash. Now here's Dixon, takes the blue line pass, looking for Velez, trapped it well, cuts in. James makes the save on the shot there by Josh Velez.
Big save from James to start it off the game. Both goaltenders getting warmed up quickly.
So sent into the corner now, and I think it was Downs who got there first for the Bison. Out wide looking for Flingauer, missed him. McCoy. Tied up there by Andrew Balick, and despite that Bison having the numbers, it's going to be the Blackhawks who do win the puck. The Nesbitt's turned it over out towards Birchler. Birchler just fanning on it, so did Andrew Balick, so more fans than a fan shop. The Gower in a collision there with Birchler. So Elijah Kelly clears it out towards Hodge. Hodge trying to cut in, does. Oh. And as puck's loose, and having an attempt there was Elijah Kelly. Just bounced awkwardly to Sam Bartlett. Bartlett again just walks in, fires, shoots James, makes a juggling save in the end against Sam Bartlett, who for mine has been he's a defenseman, so he doesn't appear high in the stats, but for mine he's been the most consistently good player this season.
Absolutely. And I mean, we just saw him appear quite quickly twice in the same play. As we also saw Elijah Kelly in the crease, perfect positioning, but the puck just disagreed with him and bounced around in his skates, couldn't get a clean shot off.
So in the corner, Woods left behind now, Nelson.
Didn't look both ways before doing the spinorama.
Steve Bailey gets it out towards Ray Khalil. Khalil looking out towards Mathis and Graham. Graham just drives in, decides against the backhanded shot. Graham gets a backfire, shoots. That was well wide in the end. Steve Bailey has to go back and retrieve the puck now for the Bison.
Case in point for Bartlett there. Good defensive strategy.
The battle in the corner. Khalil up against Woods. Bison win the puck. Shot comes in. Holland with the pad save. That shot by Steve Balick. To Nelson, blew a tyre. And that one, I think it was he blew a tyre. I don't think there was any sticks in his way or anything like that. And the Blackhawks clear, but only temporarily as the Bison get the puck back once again. The Downs with the puck. Being harassed there by Dixon. Downs with the shot. Holland with the save. Puck is loose. Bartlett will skate onto it and will clear the zone. And that's going to be an icing call.
So far in this game, in regards to, even though the shots on goal may not represent it, the sustained ozone time has been in favour of the Bison tonight, and they are keeping it hemmed in the Blackhawks zone, making sure that all the points are covered, not letting any easy clearances.
So face-off has been won by the Blackhawks as Sykes looking to clear the zone. Eventually does trickle out and skating back now. Downs turns it over to Dixon. Fire, shoot, scores!
That was too easy. And Downs is looking down at the ice, realising that he messed up as he tried the clearing attempt here, but played it straight into the Blackhawks player, Dixon, who just rips it on the short side. Didn't have to do too much fancy there. And it's a 1-0 game. Blackhawks 1, Bison 0. 4 shots to 2 in favour of the Blackhawks. Still a lot of hockey left though, Cluffy.
So from the face-off, it's the Blackhawks who have it again. McCoy out wide towards Velez. Velez takes it. Just cuts in the middle lane. Fires, shoots. Shot was wide. Velez battling for the puck once again. Gets out towards Lazzarotto. Tried to get the pass to the top of the crease, but it's caught up in the gear of Michael James, who gloves that one and will have a face-off.
And that seems to be a play that they're moving to. They're just throwing it towards the net, even if you're below the goal line. Hopefully it can squirt out, get a rebound to a attacking friend. Not the case on that play.
So Velez. So Seabellick clears. Delvine has the puck now. Goes out wide. Barnes, good pass. Barnes tight angle shot. Intercepted there by Nash, who ties up Barnes. The two of them are battling for the puck. And so Velez has the puck. Goes out wide, looking for Lazzarotto. Happy just to send that one in the corner. James comes out of his crease. Pass out, looking for Delvine. He just overskated it. And Darwin battling for the puck. He's bumped off it there by Velez, Dixon.
Good play by Bison to clear.
So Barnes. Just bumped off the puck along the half wall. Pass in the centre lane. Delvine again with the puck. Dixon out wide. Pass. Well, I don't think Dixon was the intended target initially anyway, and he failed to trap it as the Bison clear once more, and McCoy will come out of his crease. Come out of his crease. He's not a goalie, but he'll
go back in his defensive zone?
Go back in his defensive zone. Thank you very much, Figures.
I got you, man.
So Nelson, little drop pass, a good one. Shot there by Khalil. Rebound on offer. Puck is still loose. Puck is still loose. Saved right in the goal line. Shot there by Graham. Khalil will skate onto it. Tight angle attempt. Holland will just dive and try to glove that one and make sure the play is dead.
Yeah, the term massive humanity comes to mind on a play like that as the puck's bouncing around in the crease. Blackhawks doing well to see it and try and clear it out, but there's just so many bodies in there that they can't get an easy clearance even to ice it. Good saves there from Holland, the goaltender.
So puck in dispute now, and skating onto it will be Sam Bartlett for the Blackhawks. Gets it out towards Woods. Finds Nesbitt. Goes out wide. This is a good setup for the Blackhawks, but that pass was just a little bit too wide there for Clark. So Nelson. Shot comes in. Holland with the save. So Woods battling with Graham. Now it's Clark who has the puck. He's happy just to send that one in the corner and allow his team to make a full line change. And the Bison also take the opportunity to change some personnel. So puck is loose. Oh, poke check there by James. A desperate attempt. He realised that there was no one there for that rebound that he was just offered. So Velez, pass. Good pass to Dixon, got the tip. James with the save. Velez looking for Dixon once more now. It's Birchler.
And after an aggressive play like that coming out of your crease, you kind of got to settle the heart rate on their right.
So Birchler with the shot, saved by Damien Holland. Birchler gets the puck again. Another tight angle shot. Nash will get there first for the Blackhawks. And Dowan, he'll just send that one into the general direction of the corner, but it's being picked off by Jack McCoy, the Blackhawks captain. Former Mustang.
And it was a good pass as well.
Now Nesbitt fires, shoots, and James with the save. The pass out towards Velez. That was wide. It has come off its moorings. James is looking at the referee, and Craig Armstrong afraid there just wasn't interested in the pleas. He said, like, carry on as you were.
It's close enough. Unfortunately, if it had gone off the post, the goal would have been disallowed probably. In cases like that, you're only likely to see a goal allowed if it was smack bang in the middle.
Well, we had that scenario in one of the games. Was it last week? I think it was.
Was it Monday night?
Might have been, yeah.
Because it just kept coming off its mooring at that end as well. So keep an eye on that net.
A tip out wide there by Nesbitt. So Graham gets it out towards Khalil, trying to create some space, and he does by going out wide, crosses the blue line, fires, shoots. Holland would save up a rebound. That was an awkward-looking save there by Damien Holland. That could have gone a little bit skew-if, but all's well that ends well.
As we see here, the entry by Ray Khalil. Great shot. As you said, Clothy, he was kind of perched out over the puck. But a save's a save, and he made a good one.
A good poke check there by Lachlan Hodge. He gets the puck up against McDowell. Dow tried to bump Hodge off the puck. Bartlett has it now for the Blackhawks. A little backhanded pass into the corner. Nesbitt battling with Downs. Kelly's also there. Nesbitt gets it, fires, shoots. That shot was wide. And now Graham. Graham keeps possession of the puck. He did well there. So Nesbitt out wide. Looking for Sykes, couldn't find him. He'll get the puck anyway. So James. And that's Van Douwen. So a stretch pass is a good one to Birchler. Out towards Andrew Ballick. Fires, shoots. Puck is loose. And it did not stopped on the line. It did not cross that line. And in fact, I don't think he got caught any defender. It literally just bounced and stopped.
It bounced. It stopped on the line. There was a Bison stick in there, but there was also a Blackhawk stick in there.
Saved it, yeah. But it was already stopped on that line before any sticks got involved.
And that's been the play of the Bison so far. Just get it to the net. They're not so concerned about quality of shots. They're just trying to get it through the defense to the net and then hopefully get some juicy rebounds and try and smack it in.
So Velez cuts in, the middle lane, gets a shot away, and James makes the save.
We're speaking of uncomfortable looking saves. That was one from James as he kind of did a little drop to one knee.
Well, you can see that last chance, and it's trickled through. It's literally just stopped right before the line, and then you had a couple of players battling for the puck. But a lucky break for the Blackhawks, and they maintain their one-goal lead.
And James at the other end with the Colin Kaepernick save, taking a knee.
So Downs battling with Clark. Downs with the puck, looking to clear the zone, hasn't been able to. Now McDowell, he'll clear the zone, skated out, goes out wide. Shot comes in, that was high, and in the end, Holland got a piece of that and tipped it into the back netting. Our officials for tonight's game, as I mentioned earlier, we've got referee Craig Armstrong-Free and Casper Russell-Huber. Linesman Dan Matchin and Oliver Parkinson. So high quality combination there. So Downs winds up and shoots. Shot attempt was blocked. So Clark sends that one in the corner. Downs gets the puck, gets it, looking for Mike McDowell, finds him.
McDowell's been physical early on. He's getting his body in there.
Well, this is a cutthroat final. You know, it's part of the game, and
elimination hockey.
McDowell, he's a good all cup winner, so he knows about.
He knows what it takes to win. And I mean, every play in their defensive zone is going to be a hard one because McDowell's out there and he's throwing his body on every single attacking Blackhawk.
So McCoy plays along the boards, looking for Velez, who will clear the zone. Nelson, Nash. Now Lazzarotto cycling back. So Velez try to get out towards Lazzarotto. Goes in the corner. Khalil will get there first. Finds Steve Ballick. So number 86 to number 85. Keep the numbers high. So Nash out wide, looking for Lazzarotto. Got a little touch onto that one. Going to make it a foot race, but now one will get there first for the Bison. Gets it out towards Khalil. Just on the wrong side there of Keenan Nelson. And Nash will go back and retrieve the puck. Andrew Bellick got a touch onto that one. Downs will lead the race to the puck.
Put his teammate under a bit of pressure there. Those passes need to be a bit harder, a bit crisper.
Jared Downs tied up there by Paul Lazzarotto. Now it's on the Bison offensive blue line, where it's now Sam Bartlett with the puck.
Getting some speed.
Fires, shoots. James with the save. Rebound on offer, but had plenty of support in yellow. As Andrew Ballick plays on board and clears the zone, as Sykes will go back and retrieve the puck.
Butler did well to pick up speed through the neutral zone and then just continue on with the play, using his body to try and get the puck back after the rebound.
So Bartlett just couldn't trap the puck. Has to go back and retrieve it. To Nesbitt. Little backhander. Wasn't a bad attempt in the end. It was a little bit wide and James did read it well. So Flingauer just overskates the puck, had time to recover, get out towards Birchall. Shot attempt was blocked. Birchall gets it back, fire shoot, scores! And it's 1-1.
And what were we saying earlier, Cloughy, about getting pucks to the net and getting some juicy rebounds? They don't come much juicier than that, as that block shot ended straight back on his stick. And he just manoeuvred his way around the goaltender Holland, who had already dropped down into the butterfly for the initial save, and then changed the angle, popped it straight past him. Not much you can do about that. And it is a 1-1 game. Shots on goal, Bison 12 to the Blackhawks 11. And if you thought that the Bison were going to go quietly into that dark night after that early goal, then you were wrong.
So, being pinched by Velez off the face-off. Just forced out wide, gets a shot away. James with the save, and a big, juicy rebound just clears the zone completely. So the Blackhawks have to load up again. Pass there was a poor one, Vindowen.
Final minute of play in this first period, Clough.
McCoy.
That was very offside. Yeah, final minute of play in this first period, and it's been a good one. Pretty clean, hard hockey.
Yeah, the referees haven't had much to do at all, have they?
Not much to do. They've been letting the calls go that in the regular season could go either way. But no, this is finals hockey.
But even there just haven't been many face-offs full stop. So
No.
that could be a sign. Both goalies seem to be, they are giving up rebounds.
Yeah.
As Graham is forced out wide, attempts a wraparound, and a goal to the Bison through Ray Khalil. I was just talking about rebounds, and there was one on offer there from the wraparound, and Khalil said, thank you very much, and he gets his third goal of the final so far.
And what a smart play there to drive the net round the outside, force the goaltender to make that hard save. It's a difficult one if you're a goalie to actually get that, not only get to the post in time, but then get the save and cover it over. And that's what he was banking on. And sure enough, banked it off the pad, straight to Khalil. And Khalil's like, thank you very much. I'm going to take that and put it in the net.
And with that, that's the end of the opening period. So a goal literally right on the death there from Ray Khalil gives the Bison a 2-1 lead over the Blackhawks. And just looking at some of the key stats, well, it's 2-1 in favour of the Bison, 14 shots to 12. And both sides, you'd have to say, yeah, sometimes when you look at the stats, the shot count says whatever the shot count is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell the story of the quality of shots. This time around, shots pretty even. Quality of chances is also pretty even.
Yeah, absolutely. But we've seen a lot of, and I mean, you can credit that few shots on goal from the Bison to the great defense of the Blackhawks. They've been blocking shots, getting in shooting lanes. Early on in the first half of that period, they were struggling to get shots through traffic. But towards the end there, they started connecting on some of those shots. They were like, all right, well, if you're going to block it, I'm going to grab the puck. And that's exactly what we saw from Gavin Birchler with that 1 minute 44. And then
Ray Khalil, 5 seconds remaining.
A minute 40 later, Ray Khalil scores off the assist from Matheson Graham and Keenan Nelson. So the Bison have flipped this game very quickly and have the momentum going into the second period, Clough.
So, opening face-off of the second period, and it's won by the Bison as McDowell got it out, and it's now Birchler with the puck, got it from Downs. Andrew Ballick, Bartlett looking to clear. Woods has to go back out towards Sam Bartlett. Woods again has the puck. Just not entirely comfortable with where the puck was in relation to his skates. Eventually, Sykes has the puck, gets a shot away, rebound on offer.
Right through the triangle.
And just losing sight of the puck there was Nesbitt. And it's going to be an icing call.
Yeah, and so we're starting to see some of those long passes from the Bison now that they've got a bit of confidence. The pass up there to Gavin Birchler was negated there by the Blackhawks. Good defense. But they're going to end up with an offensive zone face-off. It looks like Keenan Nelson's going to be going in for the face-off.
Face-off won by the Bison. Van Dalen gets a shot away. Another rebound on offer, but this time it's going to be gloved by Holland. It was a late blow of the whistle there by the referee. That's for Russell Huber.
I think they're just trying to make sure that any loose pucks are going to be left for opportunities. You don't want to blow it too early, but yeah, also got to protect the goalies.
So, face-off won by the Blackhawks as Velez tries to go out towards Dixon, finds him, takes the blue line, cutting in, lost possession of the puck, and then got a nice little shove from Michael James for good measure.
Yeah, get out of my crease. Your Gran Torino.
Now Khalil sends it in deep. It's going to be a foot race. Nash gets it. It's turned over. Graham just delays. Puck is loose. And Nelson just couldn't quite trap it. Shot there by Steve Ballick through heavy traffic and hit a few bodies on the way through.
McCoy got his glove up to that one and blocked it high.
The battle along the half wall, and the Bison have it. Pass looking for Nelson, just couldn't quite find him, and Steve Ballick just couldn't keep it in. So the Bison have to get themselves back on side. So McCoy. Now to Dixon. Fires, shoots, scores!
Oh,
found a way through.
It found its way through. Steve Ballick off his stick and down. Changed the angle of the shot, and James just could not read that one as it was bouncing around like a pinball in a flubber factory. As we see there on the OSM Live replay.
It was a bit of a knuckle puck, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. He ripped it hard. And hard shots like that, if they catch an edge of anything, it's good luck to the goaltender, because if you just have to hope that it hits you. And in that case, smacked straight down into the ice and past the goaltender. 2-2.
2-2. Justin Dixon with the 2 goals for the Blackhawks. Downs out wide. Now Andrew Balick. So Sykes getting into space, and McDowell will go back and retrieve the puck now for the Bison.
A few Blackhawks tangled up in each other there.
So Andrew Balick battling there with Sam Bartlett. Balick's done well to protect the puck, but his poke checked away by Nesbitt. Kept in by Downs, did well. Battling with Kelly. Kelly eventually does clear the zone for the Blackhawks. So Balick comes in, fires, shoots, rebound and offer, and the save there by Damien Holland. Another shot comes in, Holland makes the save.
Good blocker there from Holland.
Battle along the half wall.
And that's a penalty coming, tripping. Delayed, here we go.
And it's going to be touched up, so it's a penalty against the Blackhawks. Tripping call.
Yeah. Andrew Balick did well to fight off all those Blackhawks. And Gavin Birchley did a fantastic job to actually get it in over the blue line as he was swarmed by about 2 or 3 of them trying the old pincer move. But that hard work's paying off, and now the Bison are going to the power play for 2 minutes. 4v5 hockey.
So face-off won by the Blackhawks. McCoy looking to clear the zone. Wasn't able to. I think might hit a linesman on the way through now. Balick. He'll send that one deep. That was Steve Balick. Graham battling with Nash for the puck. It's going to be cleared away by Velez for the Blackhawks. With the Bison on the power play.
Yeah, linesman Oliver Parks in there, just copying a stray puck after dropping it.
And this time Oliver Parkinson makes sure he's well and truly out of harm's way. So Khalil at the point, fires, shoots looking for a tip, and Holland makes a nice clean save.
Yeah, good work there, getting it from the half boards up to the point, up to the blue line. Good pass up to Steve Balick. He treads the blue line, tic-tacking his way across, trying to get some traffic in front, but there's nothing really there. As the Bison search for a deflection, but none were to be had.
So Khalil into the corner. Graham with the puck. Just had a poke checked away by McCoy.
Good containment there by McCoy.
Now Lazzarotto just scoops it up high. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, if it goes down the other end of the ice.
Although none of the Blackhawks penalty killers use that opportunity to just rush off the ice and make a line change.
Yeah, especially when you got him that much time on the lob.
So Barnes out towards Khalil, who goes wide. Had nearly the whole net to play with in the end.
Yeah, those one-timers when the puck's bobbling and you're just trying to bat it on net. Sometimes it goes where you want, sometimes it doesn't.
Shot comes in, and that was saved by Holland. A shot by Khalil. And now it's Bartlett.
8 seconds left in the penalty.
Goes out wide, looking for Lazzarotto. See, Balick will get there first.
Oh, good hit.
And now Sykes comes straight out of the penalty box. And we'll send that puck in the corner to Lazzarotto. Sykes is the trailer. Pass there looking for Sykes, but just went too high for him. Now Delvine leaves the puck behind. Bison have to get themselves back on side now. It's Woods. We'll send that one deep. It's going to be a foot race. And whenever that race was full and gale for the Bison, so we'll have an icing call.
And the Blackhawks player just having a chat with the liney, just confused about as to why, even though he made it to the hash marks first, icing was called, and it's whoever's going to be first to the puck
in the
race to.
Yep. And that's in the linesman's opinion.
Yeah, and great call there by the linies.
Face-off won by the Bison. Birchley's shot was blocked. So Sykes poke checked away by Andrew Balick. Now Hodge with the puck for the Blackhawks.
Nice backhand saucer across ice. Ooh.
So Andrew Bellick, backhanded pass is going to be kept in by Downs, had to skate hard and did well. So Birchler. Downs again keeps it, but this time it just bobbled off his skate and then went on the wrong side of the blue line.
I like that he didn't force that.
So poke kicked away from Andrew Bellick and it's going to be cleared away by Woods.
Ooh. Is that Van Douwen that copped it?
Yep, copped the pass there from Michael James.
Oh, odd player rush. Here we go.
Velez to Lazzarotto. Shot was blocked there by Downs. He's had a really good shift as Jared Downs.
Yeah, in the offensive zone, on the blue line, in the defensive zone, blocking shots.
So Velez trying to get it out towards Lazzarotto. Downs gets there first. Tell you what, once he gets off the ice, he's deserved his rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Khalil passes a good one. Shot comes in. And that was from Graham, who gets the puck back once again. Pass looking there for Nelson.
Ooh, nice handwork there.
So Nelson lost possession and gets it out towards Bellick. That's Steve Bellick out wide, looking for Keenan Nelson, just trying to send that one in the corner. Nash skating onto it now for the Blackhawks, hasn't been able to clear the zone. Does trickle to the teammate, that's Velez. It's just caught up there by Ray Khalil. Now Lazzarotto, so he got it from Velez, looking for Dixon. Ooh. Just couldn't get there in time.
Just rolled off the end of his stick.
It was a good setup though. Now Downs looking out there towards Khalil. And skating back and getting it first. Lee Bartlett for the Blackhawks to Lazzarotto. Looking out towards Nesbitt. Had to just take a diving poke check. Got it now. Got a shot away. James made the save. Rebound on offer and the Bison were looking to clear, but they haven't been able to. Hodge has the puck. Pass there looking for Kelly. That was a beautiful pass. Kelly just read it a fraction late and couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, that was one of those moments where Kelly was all alone. He was in perfect positioning. Puck was just a little bit out of his reach.
So Bartlett pass out wide. Probably too hot on that occasion there for Nesbitt. That's going to be an icing call.
Yep. Bison offensive zone draw on this one. The shots on goal, 19 to the Bison, 16 to the Blackhawks. Blackhawks have certainly made a bit of a statement this period, getting a bit more ozone time. A few more opportunities than the Bison, you would say.
So Downs didn't keep it in, but it doesn't matter as the Blackhawks have the puck anyway. Nesbitt just forced out wide. Play's being broken up, and now here come the Bison. Birchler trying to force his way through centre ice. Now Kelly pass finds Hodge. So Hodge takes the blue line, happy to send that one into the corner, making it a foot race. Mike McDowell will get there first for the Bison. So Downs. Bellick skating to it in the corner. And going back will be Van Douwen. Should get there first for the Bison. Flipped up high, nearly turned over. Barnes, though, gets it now for the Bison. Takes the blue line. He's just forced out wide. See, Bally just heard the footsteps of Woods behind him. Now James plays the puck. Dalveen should get there first. And it being a good pass from Michael James. Now Clark. Shot attempt was blocked right off the stick. To Woods. Shot comes in, that was blocked, and it runs the rebound. It's a goal there. I think it's Rob Clark, but it's a lead now to the Blackhawks.
Yeah. Is that Travis Woods? Man on the spot, number 49. Well, it looks like Clark's going back to the bench first.
Yeah, it's Big Clark. Number 78.
Yeah.
Just in the right spot at the right time.
And it looks like those juicy rebounds are now going the other way and in the Blackhawks' favour. And they took a leaf out of the Bison's playbook. And it's a 3-2 game. Blackhawks leading by 1. 4 minutes 47 left in this second period.
So Bison have it from the face-off. Pass there looking for Khalil. Couldn't quite find him. Being picked off there by McCoy. Looking for Lazzarotto. Steve Bellick get there first, out towards Ray Khalil. Forced back in the corner. Here's a chance now for Dixon. Look at that. Lazzarotto delays the shot, and that was blocked there by Khalil.
That was danger zone. Meltdown there by the defense of the Bison. But Khalil putting in a great effort there.
We've seen plenty of excellent work in blocking shots tonight from both sides.
Yeah. Ooh.
So just tipped there by Velez. James was alert to that.
Woods has been credited with the goal on that last one.
So was Woods, was it?
Yeah. Robert Clark and McCoy with the assists on that.
So Khalil fires, shoots. Holland with the save.
That was a good shot on the far side, but a better save.
The Hodge fires up high. Now Bartlett, attempt was blocked.
Tried to get it to Nesbitt, but it was well out of his reach.
Looking for the tip, and I think Hodge may have got a piece of that one and batted it down, but it was right in the pads there of Michael James. And Sam Bartlett will skate back and retrieve it now for the Blackhawks.
So McCoy's got an assist on the last 2 goals as well, so good game for him so far.
So Bartlett try to get into the low slot. Bison have it. So Hodge. Now Ballick. Pass there looking for Birchley. Got a touch onto it. Sends that one into the corner. Bartlett will win that race out, but Birchley now has the puck as Bartlett just overskated. Shot comes in there from McDowell. Then goes a big hack. And that was a very obvious penalty just then.
Yeah. Good thing he didn't have his Makita power saw there, because that was a big hack right to the legs. The referee didn't even put his hand up. He just pointed to him, blew the whistle, said, "You're going for tripping."
Well, that was such a big piece of axe work that you nearly had to require a tree lopping permit.
Yeah. And so the Blackhawks are going to go to the power play for 2 minutes, with 2 minutes left on the clock in this second period.
So from the face-off, it's the Bison who do have it. Khalil hasn't been able to kill his own, kept in by McCoy. Lazzarotto. So McCoy at the point, back to Lazzarotto along the half, or into the slot. Good pass, finds Velez, but it was just poke checked away from him. Velez gets the puck back.
Good setup by the Blackhawks to get into their formation.
So McCoy goes out wide to Bartlett. Has to get it back out towards Velez. Velez to McCoy. So Lazzarotto back to McCoy. Fires, shoots. That was blocked by Khalil. Now it's going to be Steve Bellick just fanning on that one, which allows the Blackhawks to keep possession of the puck. So Velez.
Good cycling.
Dixon, McCoy. Pass was blocked and going to be eventually cleared, and Sam Bartlett will have to go back and retrieve the puck as we're under minute remaining in their second period. Lazzarotto chance there. And that was for Nesbitt, but he just couldn't get a clean first touch for the tip.
And James getting across well to get the pad in front of it.
So Bartlett overskate there for a sec. Oh, great chance there. Top of the crease there was Nesbitt.
The referee telling Nesbitt to get up.
Get up and get out of the crease.
Not going to be any soft penalties tonight.
So McCoy. Bartlett just walks in.
What a save!
Saved there by James, and it's going to be cleared by the Bison.
14 seconds left in the period.
So one last rush in this period for the Blackhawks.
Good block.
Hodge fires, shoots, James save. Bartlett fires, and the tip wasn't there in time. So at the end of 2 periods, it is the Blackhawks 3, the Bison 2.
And the Bison only have 6 seconds, I should say, of power play to kill when we come back from the period break. As we see that last shot there. Great movement there from James. After the initial shot was blocked to get across, he's been moving very well in his crease, Cloughy. Getting to some of those like really big saves where he has to move left to right very quickly, get the right positioning and then square up for the shot. But as we see here, 20 shots to 21. Blackhawks leading by a shot and most importantly by a goal.
But again, this game is very, very even, not just in terms of stats, but I think just in the way the game's being played. But that said, with 6 seconds remaining on the power play for the Blackhawks, they'd like to get a nice clean win off the face-off. Then they can get it in their O-zone before McDowell can hit the ice once again.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get an offensive zone face-off out of the next 6 seconds, then I think you'd be happy. I mean, hell, if you can get a goal out of it, you'd be even happier. But just to win the face-off, like you said, get it into the O-zone while you've still got them pressured with that one player less on the ice. Who knows? Maybe you can cycle it around while they're still scrambling to get their defensive strategy back up to the even strength one. Only time's going to tell, I guess. And
one thing could be a decisive factor is rebound control from our goalies. Granted, I think some of the shots are coming in hard, which is creating those rebounds,
and low.
So I think both teams are playing for it now to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But it could be, which of those two goalies really does clean up the rebounds? Or gets those rebounds into the corners out of danger.
And that's
the thing,
game. With those low shots, you've got to kick it out to the corner and at least give your defense a chance to recover.
So the Blackhawks do win the face-off and they get in the O-zone. Dixon fires, shoots rebound on offer there from James, but he had support and the Bison clear as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. So Bartlett along the half wall. Lost the puck. Khalil will skate onto it. Pass looking for Graham. Got a shot away. It was blocked off the stick. Graham looking there for Nelson. To the top of the crease looking for Delvine. Couldn't quite find him. Graham battling for the puck and it's not going to come out as Delvine has the puck once again. It was a good pass into space. So Khalil sends up one into the corner. Nelson should skate onto it. Just in the end, skated himself into a little bit of trouble. Khalil fires, shoots, and a save made by Damien Holland. It was a clean save as well.
And on that O-zone containment there by the Bison, they did well to keep it in. Great pass to Khalil. But if you're Bartlett, I know we've been singing his praises tonight. I wouldn't have given Khalil that much room to get the pass in deep. I would have been putting pressure on him while he was still struggling to contain the puck. I say that like I could. But that'd be the thing that I'd be focusing on. Try and take away some of that space, some of that time from some of those really skilled players.
So pass there by Travis Woods out wide. Couldn't quite find Clark. Bison have it now overskating. That one was Andrew Balick. I think he tried to kick along, but unfortunately missed the kick. Now see Balick battling for the puck there with Nash. So Woods finds Clark. Just bumped off the puck. Good little hip check there by Jared Downs. And outside of the mistake he made, which coughed up one of the early goals for the Blackhawks, he has been really good, Jared Downs, tonight.
And that's a sign of a really good player, is overcoming that adversity, overcoming that mental hurdle. When it's so early in the game and you make a mistake like that ends up costing you. Oh, here we go.
So Birchler gets the puck back. Decides to go for the shot himself that was over the net.
Yeah, and just resetting your mind frame and just saying, you know what? Yeah, I made that mistake. Cool. I can learn from that. Let's wipe it out and let's get to work because there's still 3 periods of hockey in front of you. So he's done very, very well tonight.
That was just an offside call. Of course, the winner of this game takes on the Jets next week, the grand final, which will feature the 2 linesmen in this game, Dan Matchin and Oliver Parkinson,
playing
as opponents on the ice. Just proof of a pretty small community here in Melbourne, so lots of people multitask in different roles. As Holland makes the save, and
Yeah.
Yeah, Bartlett not liking the treatment there.
Is that McDowell again?
I think it is, yes, you are correct.
McDowell's been out there. I mean, you don't do something like that. Watch right there. The snow shower getting right up in his face. You don't do that for any other reason other than to get a bit of attention.
A veteran move.
Yeah. Try and rattle the goalie. Try and get the opposition to make a mistake. Oh, here we go.
Nelson out wide. Shot comes in. Goal to Khalil. And it's all tied once again.
And Ray Khalil has evened this thing back up. Great pressure by the Bison to force that turnover. Nelson realised he didn't have a shooting lane. He's like, oh, there's Ray, who had a beautiful wide open lane to the net. Snuck it past Holland, and it's a 3-all game again with 13 minutes 57 left in the final period. And of course, Cloughy, if this is tied at the end of regulation timing,
we do have some overtime.
We've got some overtime.
So Delvine plays it off the boards, and that's going to be an icing call against the Bison.
Yeah, good call. From behind the red line, it's icing if nobody touches it. And it's not a shot on net. So it'll come back into the Bison's defensive zone this time. And the Blackhawks will be looking to respond after giving up that goal.
So Downs. Down to the puck. Did well and skated it out of the zone. Passing then was well weighted out towards Graham, who skated onto it. He's battling with Nash, but Matheson using his size and reach to protect the puck. Tight angle shot. Now Hodge picks up the rebound defensively, gets it out towards McCoy. Clears the zone, but only temporarily. He's go captain to captain as Delvine goes out wide towards Graham. Graham cuts in, fires, shoots, and the shot was wide.
I like the idea by Graham. He cut right into the middle, adjusted the angle bit, and then he did a beautiful toe drag shot, but it was just a little bit too wide. And they have to regroup in the defensive zone to the Bison.
So Birchler gets it out towards Steve Ballick, takes the blue line. His attempted pass was blocked. Now Andrew Ballick. He's tied up and nearly lost his head, but still has the puck. Couldn't get a clean shot away. Then it's unintentionally blocked by Steve Ballick. So the Ballicks are in the wars at the moment.
Yeah, but that was a really nice move by Andrew. He's like, I'm wrapped up a little bit. I think I'm just going to duck my head out of this. Kept the play alive.
Because who needs your head attached to your neck anyway?
Yeah.
Shot there from Steve Ballick and the pass from Andrew Ballick. So a good shift from both the Ballicks on this occasion. Van Douwen now in the corner.
Steve Ballick dropping in lower than you'd expect from the D-man. Good coverage at the point.
But that's it. There was coverage. The Birchler, poke checked away from him. Cleared away by the Bison. Here's a chance now for Velez to skate onto it. Lazaroto's the trailer. Velez with the shot. James offers up a rebound and desperate defence, and it's cleared away.
He did
going to be an icing call, but you know what? That was worth it there.
That's
Joshua Van Douwen.
That's an icing that you take 9 times out of 10. James did. He gave up that juicy rebound, but he did very well to get across and get in front of that second shot. Lazaroto's a dangerous player. As he comes in. And Lazaroto was the one waiting at the crease. Was that Velez that took the shot?
So face-off won by the Bison. And McDowell goes out wide. This is a nice setup for the Bison. Andrew Ballick just bobbles up through the defence. And Holland will glove that one as it got tipped defensively there off the skates of Sam Bartlett.
As we see on the OSM Live replay, that pass got intercepted and it's just bouncing through the crease. Good job by Holland to see it, cover it, settle the play.
So Delvine fires, shoots, and a save there by Damien Holland.
So Holland only had to make a couple of pretty basic saves there, but that'll get the confidence levels up after that, giving away that recent goal.
So Khalil sends that one into the corner, looking there for Birchler. Nelson with the shot and Holland with a good save.
Yeah.
He just read that, well positioned.
Yeah, that's a good positional save. Didn't have to move at all as he sealed up the post, and the shot went into his well-placed pad. Once again, an ozone face-off. Keenan Nelson taking this one for the Bison.
So McCoy looking to clear the zone and does.
Foot race.
And Woods has done well there for the Blackhawks. Clark with the shot. It was a bit of a weak shot in the end, and the Bison are able to clear. Khalil has the puck. Nelson just keeps himself on side and couldn't quite get the tip.
Oh,
He's drawn the penalty.
Yeah. Could be a hook, could be interference, but it's a penalty nonetheless. Yeah, it's a hook. And Nesbitt's going to go to the box for 2.
But again, one of those penalties you've kind of got to give away.
Yeah, if you don't have the positioning on the player like that and they've got such a good opportunity, you've got to tie them up one way or another. And unfortunately, you got the stick up into the midsection, and that's going to send you to the box. Especially this late in the game, we're in the final period. Refs are wanting to settle this thing down and hopefully ride it out to the end with no more penalties. As the Bison win the face-off.
So Khalil, pass out looking for Birchler. The rebound was there on offer, but that play was blown dead. The Bison on the power play.
Good play by Khalil to get that into the slot for Birchler.
Now Steve Ballick. It's just blocked off the stick, but the Bison still in possession of the puck. So Graham into the corner, looking for Khalil. So Khalil with the puck now just walks in, fires, shoots. Getting a rebound on offer, picked up by Birchler. Tries to go back to the point, finds Steve Ballick. Ballick back to Birchler. Shot there by Steve Ballick, and a nice glove save there by Damien Holland.
That was a beautiful glove save. He was going back against the grain as he was trying to move from his left to his right. Steve Ballick's got one of those shots that you don't want to be on the receiving end of if you're a defender. But good read there by Holland. Getting back across, getting his glove on it, and making sure there's no... Oh! And the referee's not letting that late change happen.
And they've been given a warning to have the Blackhawks there by Craig Armstrong-Frey for that late change.
Yep.
Especially as they're on the penalty kill. That's a good time-wasting measure on a continuous rundown clock.
Yeah, and you'll take the warning over, extra time on the penalty kill. 20 seconds left on that.
So now Graham.
Just make the change now.
Tied up there by Bartlett. Graham with the shot. Blocker save there by Holland. McDowell just couldn't quite keep it in.
6 seconds left on the penalty.
Now Birchler.
Oh, here we go.
Here's a chance for Nesbitt out of the penalty box. It's a weak pass. Good idea, though. He was looking for Lazzarotto. Just didn't get enough of it. But a good second effort there by Nesbitt. Blocked the attempted pass by Graham.
He's looking well rested.
Pass finds Nesbitt. He had it, then lost it. Birchler takes the blue line. Pass out to Nelson. Fires, shoots. Holland with the save.
Good clearing there by Nash. Dangerous play there once again, leaving the Bison extra attacker open on the wing. Luckily, Holland was able to get it.
So Steve Ballick out wide. Ballick gets it back.
And they've changed the formation with Steve Ballick pushing up. He's acting more like a forward at the moment.
So Dixon goes corner to corner, passes back to the point. McCoy fires on net. I think got a bit of goaltender and a bit of post, but McCoy has it once more. Gets a shot away. And again, I think there was a bit of goaltender, a bit of post, and we've got a stop in play.
And his lid popped right off on that play.
I think
You'll have to collect it. I don't think there's a penalty
No,
coming.
I think it's just because player lost helmet.
And he was like
Pretty much in a lane where traffic was going to be coming very shortly, or potentially be coming. So
yeah. And Delvine with a hard hit there. Bison making some changes. As the clock ticks down, 4 minutes 30 left, 3 all still.
Neutral zone face-off, and another attempted late change, and that got called up by the Blackhawks and said, no, you don't.
It's like, hey, wait a minute. We just got called out for that.
So from the face-off, the Bison actually do win the face-off, and the pass there from Steve Bellick goes back out towards Vindowen. To Khalil with the puck. Little backhand attempt.
I think that was one of those pass off the goaltender attempts.
Khalil looking there for Nelson, just wide of him, and he was at the top of the crease. To Lazzarotto, to Dixon. Dixon just forced out on that occasion. Good defensive work. I think that might have been by Van Douwen. Now Nelson. McDowell. So Lazzarotto.
Good reads there by the Bison, pinching in on the attacker down below the goal line. Collecting the puck in the defensive zone with a bit of space.
So the pass from Mendowen it was a bit of a nothing pass, and he didn't really work out, and puck went back in, and he had to go and clear it out once more. So Graham just trying to cut in. Holloman save, rebounded off it, and nearly found a way through Andrew Bellick with the shot. There's it's those rebounds again. And Delvine crosses the blue line where there's quite a few players well offside, and you could argue that was an intentional offside as well.
Looked a little bit intentional to me, just kind of resettled.
He looked like he looked and he saw.
Oh, yeah.
Got a timeout.
So as we saw there on the OSM Live replay, McCoy collided a little bit with Downs, and then as he was falling to the ice, just hit into Delvine. So, and that's what made the bucket pop. So,
Bison called a timeout.
I mean, I think on the back of that play, everyone was kind of just a little bit unsure of what they were doing. As we saw in the defensive zone, there weren't any leading options through the neutral zone. When it came out, Delvine, you saw he took it over the blue line of the offensive zone. Some would say intentional. Some might say maybe he just didn't know what was going on.
Is that a little bit of maybe a bit of a sign of fatigue, and the timeout is just clear hits? Because
I think it was just
both teams are still skating hard, but the opportunities, the shots are becoming much scrappier. For both teams.
There's no, except for those rush chances, there's no real lanes opening up. There's no real sustained offensive pressure. At the moment, we're almost looking at the point where the first team to make a big mistake is going to be the one that goes down.
Well, neutral zone face-off, 2:43 remaining in the third period, and at this stage we will be going into stop clock time in the final 2 minutes. And a potential for overtime if neither team scores. So Bison with the puck, that was Khalil. It's going to be kept in by Van Douwen, goes out wide, looking for Khalil. And he's hit the pipe.
That was clean through as well.
That was. So McCoy passes, a good one from Hodge. Out towards Kelly, fires, shoots, and a save made by Michael James.
Nelson did well to dodge the contact there.
Now Khalil receives the outlet pass. Just walks the puck over the blue line. We'll just wait for some support. Backhanded pass wasn't very good there. McCoy and Dixon.
If you're the Blackhawks, maybe you want to take a timeout after the next play.
Yeah, you're seeing a few little things that, to me, smack of fatigue on both sides. So Downs not worrying about fatigue, but able to protect away from him. McCoy looking for Lazzarotto.
Good lead.
And the pass went through between Dixon and Velez and went out of the zone, so the Blackhawks have to get themselves back on side. So Sykes now out towards Dixon. Dixon fires, shoots. That shot was wide. Lazzarotto Another attempt that was wide. I think maybe just looking to just play it off the backboards or the rear boards. And but it's been kept in now. Lazzarotto for Les there in support. Gets a shot away. Scores!
Oh, what a goal! Lazzarotto toe drags, chucks it 5-hole on James, and it squeaks through somehow. What a move here. Forehand, holds, and it might have even gone off the stick of a defender there, Cloughy. And we will see the timeout here from the Blackhawks. It's... Wow. That play just came out of nowhere.
Again, do you think it's arresting? Because if you got the lead, normally you wouldn't take a timeout. Because that gives the Bison, the team now trailing, a chance to decide what they're going to do in regards to the extra skater and that type of stuff.
Rest, strategize, all that kind of stuff, especially given that we're into the final 2 minutes and it's all stop time from here on out. I think it's a minute 4 left on the clock. Is that right?
I think...
yeah, minute 4 left on the clock.
I think the second the Bison get clean possession of the puck, regardless of the zone it's in, once they've got a bit of space and possession, James has got to go.
Yeah, 100%. It's
because we saw one of the games on Monday night. I'm just trying to think who it was.
They just left it too late.
Left it way too late in the end.
It might have been the Blackhawks in another division.
Yeah, there were a couple of memory serves, right? They were, it's just, it came way too late in the end.
Dan Matchin's going to drop the puck at centre ice as we enter the final minute 4 of this game.
And it is a clean face-off win for the Bison. Just having a look at Michael James. He's, looking at the bench. He's got to go. McDowell. So the Bison will go for the extra skater.
Good chip in by the Bison, but it's Blackhawks possession.
And skating back now with that awkward bounce.
Oh, no.
McDowell, dangerous pass. It's worked out well in the end. Graham to Khalil in the corner. Holland will come out of his crease, play the puck into the corner. Birchler.
Nelson just went down behind the net there.
McDowell, Nelson with the tip.
Deflected the right way as well. 25 seconds left in the period and the game, potentially.
And beating out any icing call there was Velez. Velez now with the puck, empty net, shoots, scores. And that will be essentially game over. And the Blackhawks will be progressing to the Prem A Grand Final next Friday night against the Jets.
Yeah, great work there by Velez to not only get to the puck, but beat off the icing. Because even though the Bison had that extra attacker out on the ice, it's still classed as even strength. So it could have been icing, but Velez negates it, wrestles the puck away. Nice little wraparound, no panic at all. And that's going to end the Bison season with 16.2 seconds left in the game. A valiant effort, but the Blackhawks have just managed to hold them off.
And so from the face-off, a clean win by the Bison. McDowell just fires it on net. And McCoy will clear. Taylor will trap the puck with a couple of seconds left. He just gets it out of trouble. And that is it now, official. The Blackhawks have won this game, the preliminary final, and they will take on the Jets next week in the Pro Grand Final. And Birchler in the corner there. He has lost his cool.
And Birchler is laying into the Blackhawk down on the ice.
Now, I'm not sure if anything was said, but that's an unsavoury end to this encounter.
Yeah. That was out of the blue. There was nothing that really premeditated that.
And we've got the Boo Birds.
The Boo Birds are in the crowd.
Or at least one anyway.
So it looks like there's going to be penalties for both of them.
But it just depends on what type of penalty it is. Obviously, it matters not in terms of...
the result.
The result, but it depends on if they are major penalties. And particularly looking at if it's Hodge.
Yeah, you may not see him next week.
He may not be there next week.
Which, I mean, Birchler, you won't see him for the first game next season, I don't imagine, because that was well and truly after the whistle.
And again, it's just, just seemed to be out of nowhere. But Unless something, all I can say, think is something was said, or you hope something was said or done that caused that reaction that was justifiable and not just frustration of losing a hockey game.
Yeah, I mean, to be brutally honest, I was down looking at my notes, getting ready
to
explain what was happening in regards to the scoring tallies and penalties. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. The final goals in that period, we had that very early goal by Ray Khalil, and then a response by Paul Lazzarotto, and then the empty netter by Josh Velez. So assists Keenan Nelson, Justin Dixon, and Samuel Bartlett. Bartlett had a pretty good game tonight. 2 assists. Ray Khalil, great game, 2 goals. Jackson McCoy, is another player that...
Justin Dixon with 2 goals as well. And on the losing side, I really like the game of Jared Downs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Great response. As we said earlier in the broadcast, the early mistake that, it happens to everybody. But what a response and what great pressure in the defensive zone from that moment out really set the tone for the defense of the Bison. So, as we saw there on the OSM live replay.
Blackhawks now progress to the grand final. As mentioned earlier, they take on the Jets in the Premier grand final next Friday night at 7:30, I should say, Melbourne time. The Jets undefeated so far this season and be looking to go into use probably football parlance, premiers and champions.
Yep.
But we've got one more game coming up tonight. It's another preliminary final. It's Senior B division, and it's between the Ice Wolves and the Monarchs. And that will be from 9 o'clock. So that's what in about, as I check my clocks now, about 20 minutes time. We're going to take a break from this preliminary final. My name is Michael Clough, and my co-commentator Figures. We'll be back in about 20 minutes time for the Senior B preliminary final. We'll see you then.